Hello and welcome to Chosen Lifeline for Women. My name is Charmaine Jennings and I am your chosen life specialist. And this episode is dedicated to worth. And when it comes to worth, we use flowers as a metaphor to represent the beauty and essence of you. Today we are highlighting and I'm going to have to slow my pronunciation down, the Shinzen orchid. Now, forgive me if I mispronounced the name. Just please have some grace, have some mercy. It definitely is named after a university in China. And this beautiful flower. I mean, it has this lime green. It's very bright. It's very vibrant. And in the center of it, it has like this purplish fuchsia color with white. I mean, it is gorgeous, just like you. And we love to highlight flowers around here to represent women because it's just a reminder of our value, of our worth, of the gentleness that we bring to the table, how delicate we are, right? Fragile but strong, powerful but mighty. So flowers definitely represent a very diverse, soft, yet strength, it just represents the diversity of who we are. And so I wanted to highlight this flower, this orchid, because it is beautiful, but it is so unique. So unique, though, that it was created by Chinese agriculturalists, and it was researched for more than 7 or 8 years. And it was it's a man-made flower. So it's not something that's, unique, but it's something that we as human beings created. And so it is beautiful. And so it is a work of art. It's a work of beauty, and so beautiful and so expensive. This is one of the most expensive flowers in the world because it was sold for a huge value. It's really valued at one point. It was sold at an auction for about $1.68 million. And so and that's of course in the currency of the country. And so when you transfer that over, it's about equivalent to $290,000. And again, you got to transfer the currencies. And so 290 euros, some people said 160,000 euros versus American dollars, it's about 260,000 American dollars. Either way, that's a lot of money for one flower. A lot of money for one flower. And so one thing I want you to think about with this is when you think about your worth, when you have experienced some type of trauma, hurt, pain, abuse, it is the hardest thing to really build yourself up to believe that you are worthy and that you have value. Definitely can speak from experience. It doesn't matter how many times people tell you you're beautiful, you're pretty, you're gorgeous, you're intelligent, you're smart, you're unique, right? Really, it doesn't resonate until you make a conscious choice to believe it, to operate in it, and to start treating yourself according to that belief system. And so with that, I bring to you this orchid, this beautiful orchid. Although man-made, I want to remind you that if you have experienced a trauma, a hardship, that pain, some of those things that I mentioned earlier, sometimes can you reinvent yourself? Yes. Transformational change is possible. It definitely starts with a change of the mindset. You have to start speaking it and believing that you have worth. You have a value add, and not to wait for someone to tell you that. And then you're like, okay, well, you're telling me that. That's right, because I believe it. And at one point, I didn't believe it myself. And you know what? I had other women in my life that told me the same thing until one day I started believing it. So I'm going to encourage you to, even if it's hard to even form the words, you look in the mirror, you don't feel beautiful, you don't feel valuable, you don't feel worth it. Well, I'm going to tell you this. You start speaking it until it starts to feel real, until it starts to look real, and it starts to manifest before your very eyes. Because again, if we can make such a beautiful flower, as an agriculturalist, and we researching it, this flower took 8 years of research and design and to make and to create. Guess what? You can reinvent yourself. You can create yourself. You can build yourself back up. You can heal when you're ready to do the work. And so I'm going to encourage you today that you are just as beautiful as the Shinyan orchid. You are, and I hope I didn't mess up the word again. But again, give me grace. You are just as beautiful as this unique orchid. I'm going to keep telling it to you until you believe it and until you walk in it, until you operate in it. Because I had beautiful women in my life to tell me the same. When I didn't believe it, when I was, overwhelmed with pain, overwhelmed with shame, guilt, and all of these things because of, that trauma. And so be encouraged and definitely be contagious. If you are confident, if you are healthy, then remind another woman when you see her. When you like those shoes, you like the handbag, you just like the fact that she has a beautiful smile on her face, and that's a part of this beautiful canvas, that which is her. Tell her that she's beautiful, she's unique, she's rare, and she's well worth it. Okay, if people will pay $1.68 million for one flower, I mean, you are far more worth than that. There is only one you, and no one can buy you, right? And so we just have to enjoy the you that we have access to for the time that we have access to you. Thank you. My name is Charmaine Jennings. This is your chosen lifeline for women. Like, share, and subscribe. Book me for a session, and let's talk about some of those areas of pain, trauma, and hurt, and definitely get you on a path of worth, willpower, and wisdom, and increasing those things so that you can pour into every other woman you come in contact with. Thank you, and this is your Lifeline for Women. Hello, and welcome to Chosen Lifeline for Women. My name is Charmaine Jennings, and I am your chosen life specialist. And this episode is dedicated to worth. And when it comes to worth, we use flowers as a metaphor to represent the beauty and essence of you. Today, we are highlighting and I'm going to have to slow my pronunciation down, the Shinyan orchid. Now, forgive me if I have mispronounced the name. Just please have some grace, have some mercy. It definitely is named after a university in China. And this